Hello my dear students, welcome back for our today's class. So children, let us start for our general science topic, that is lesson number 3, and the name of lesson is birds. So children, this is the fourth video on the lesson number 3, birds. So let us continue for the lesson. So kids, till now we have completed some points of the lesson. So what were they? Yes, now till now we have completed the body parts of the birds. Then we have learned about the flight of birds, that was upstroke, downstroke, and the different parts of the bird's body. And in the recent video we have completed feet of the birds, perching birds, wading birds, climbing birds, remember? Yes, so we have seen about the feet and claws of the birds. So today we are going to learn the new point of the birds. So let us start. Feeding habits of birds. So today's topic is feeding habits of birds. Means what? See, birds eat different types of food, correct? Yes, birds eat different type of foods. They eat the insects, fruits, seeds, grains, etc. Vultures and eagles eat flesh of other animals. So children, there are different types of birds and there are different habits of birds and they eat different types of food also. So today we are going to see about how they eat the food. Birds like penguin and kingfisher eat fish. Yes, penguins and kingfisher are the birds that eat the fish. Now can you see the image? Yes, so the image is of kingfisher and how in the beak it is holding a fish. Hummingbirds suck nectar from the flowers. So here is the image of a flower, the bird hummingbird and its beak. So the food of hummingbird is sucking nectar from the flowers. So this is the different type of food they eat. Depending on types of food they eat, birds have different types of beaks. Now here kingfisher I can see he is eating a fish. Hummingbird is simply sucking the nectar from the flower. So based on that, God has created different type of beaks. So today we will study about the bird's beaks. First one, small and sharp beaks. So let us know more about the small and sharp beaks. Sparrows and pigeons mostly eat the grains. Yes, they are mostly eating the grains. So the first image you can see is about a sparrow and the second image is about a pigeon. Now carefully see to their beaks. They have short and sharp beaks to pick and crush the grains they eat. So here is the image of sparrow, they are eating the grains, and pigeons, how they are eating the grains. So these are the examples of short, small and sharp beaks. See their beak, how much sharp you can see, and they are small in size also. So they are known as small and sharp beaks. Second important point is long and pointed beaks. Now let us see the birds with long and pointed beaks. Birds such as woodpeckers and hoppy have long and pointed beaks. Now in the image can you see? The first image is of woodpecker. It is always sitting on the wood and look at its beak carefully. See, it is long and it is so much pointed. So here the second image is of hoppy. See the beak. Carefully look at the beak. How much pointed it is. This type of beak helps them to drill holes in the tree barks and pull out worms and insects. So this is the food that they eat. Drill means make a hole. Actually they are making a hole into the tree trunk and from that they catch to the worms and the insects and that is their food. So this is how the long and pointed beaks are. So long and pointed beaks means woodpeckers and hoppy, and what they do, they drill to the tree trunk, and what is their food? Worms and insects. Next one. Hummingbirds too have thin long pointed beak. Now children, look at this image. Such a long beak, isn't it? And it's so much thin also. So the hummingbird is having the thin and the long but pointed beak. They use their beak like a straw. Yes, they use their beak like a straw, actually like a straw, to suck nectar from the flowers. So this is how they go near the flower, put their beak into the flowers, and then they suck the nectar from the flowers. So this is their food. So hummingbird is the example with the long, pointed and thin beak. Next one, broad and flat beaks. Ducks. Yes, ducks eat the tiny plants, small fish and snails from the water. See, that is their food. So here you can see a duck which is holding a snail into the beak. Can you see in the image? Yes. So ducks eat the tiny small plants, small fish and the snails from the water. So the ducks have broad, flat beaks. Now see in the second image. So ducks are having the broad, means wide one, bada wala, broad but flat beak, flat hai, okay, flat beaks with holes on the either side. Now can you see the hole on the beak? Yes, why is that hole? See, the water what they swallow when they scoop up their food from the water come out through these holes. So many a times these ducks, what they do, they put their beak into the deep water to pull out the fish, the snails and the tiny small plants. So water also goes inside. So with this hole in the beak, they can flush out, scoop out their water from the beak. So this is how we can call the broad and flat beaks. So ducks are the examples who are having the broad and flat beaks. Next one, short and curved beaks. So who is having short and curved beaks? So parrots. Parrots have the short and curved beaks which help them to crack open nuts and seeds. Students, look at the images carefully. Now can you see here? See the parrot beak specially. How much short it is, but how much sharp and curved. Curved matlab kya? Bend hua hai. Curved it is. But see the sharpness of the beak. Why it is so much sharp? So the parrots can eat and crack it, the nuts and the seeds. Now in the second image, can you see it is holding a nut. Now that parrot will crack it and then eat the inside seed. So this is how the example of parrot which is having short and curved beaks. Next one, fifth one is sharp and hooked beaks. Yes, it is called as hooked beaks. Eagles, hawks and vultures have sharp and hooked beaks. Children, look at their beaks especially. See, the eagles, hawks and vultures are having the sharp and hooked beaks. Look at their sharpness of the beak and how it is hooked. These birds hunt small animals such as mice, young rabbits and even the snakes. So these are the heavy birds, killer birds you can call them, birds of prey, and they literally kill the small animals such as mice, the rabbits and the snakes also. So the hooked beaks help them to tear up the flesh. When they kill any animal, they will take it to the safe place, then they will keep it on the ground, tear the flesh, upper body of the animal and then they will eat that flesh. So look at the beaks, how sharp and how dangerous it is. So they are called as sharp and hooked beaks.